Be sure to enter my Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 Toto Coaster 2015 competition. Link is in the description. Hello Spartan, Shout2000 here, and welcome to episode 13 of Let's Play Ultimate Theme Park 2015. And you may be thinking, what the hell is wrong with the title? For the record, I'm not a psycho killer. Sorry to disappoint. The only reason I made that the title is because that is one of the lines from one of my new favourite songs of all time. Psycho by Muse. Because I know it hasn't been out for very long, but I took the liberty of downloading Drones yesterday, and oh my god, it's good! Like, I mean, I haven't listened to the full album. Like, I was going to listen to The Globalist earlier today, but like, I realised it was 10 minutes and thought, right, I need a long counter only for this. Drones, admittedly, I'm not overly joyous with, but Dead Inside, Psycho, Mercy, The Reaper, and Defectors, oh my god, they're good. Like, Muse are back, finally. Because, like, a lot of their stuff lately hasn't really been the kind of Muse style that I've grown up to love with. Like, because, like, the first Muse stuff I listened to was, let me think. Oh yeah, it was the stuff from Black Holes and Revelations, and then, I also had Uprising, but for which I have on my iPod. So, those were kind of the songs I grew up with. So I'm finding I've got the instrumental for Psycho in the background, but I'm finding it really hard not to start singing, because I've got the words drilled into my brain already. So right here, what I was doing was I thought, well, that's basically going to be a dead-end path, so I was like, let's just fill it with a gigantic building. Maybe like a restaurant or something. So, yeah, this just ended up being huge, and I'm not quite sure what it is, probably a restaurant. Like, a double-layered restaurant. Although, the view isn't very good. You've got transfer track and coaster brakes on one side, and then coaster on two other sides. Really, the purpose of this thing was to provide, like, a kind of near-miss for the knife edge. Where it goes vertical, as you can see with the tower outputs on the left. Because at that point the coaster goes vertical for the right hand turn, and that's pretty much the point of it. I do like those kind of near misses with ring riders, but I'm trying not to spam the crap out of them too many times. But then it was in this episode I realised another feature of Desmatzi's Industrial Editions that's pretty much made this set born for Dwemer. Like, seriously. There's now a whole new level of pipework that I can do. As well as normal ones, I can do broken ones, as you'll see later on in this episode. So here I thought the walls were looking a bit bare and just decided to go for those support things. Seriously, like, you can never have enough of those. So obviously, yeah, I've got the combination of medieval and golden roofs. I decided I didn't want quite symmetrical towers and decided I've one taller than the other. Not exactly the IKEA chimneys. So I still have one problem with Raffi's medieval sets. It's in the description from the last episode in case you didn't see it. But I still have one problem with that set. It doesn't have arch pieces. Because what I can do with Stadium Genius Castle things is I can use the arch pieces and use the door fills from Ralphie's Antique World to get a really cool Dwemer door effect. But Ralphie's Antique World doesn't. Ralphie's medieval set rather doesn't have arch pieces, so I have to use the ones from Station Junior's Castle things, which has a different texture. So then I've got to use supports and trims and stuff to cover the texture. And here I finished the building, so I went to pipework, obviously. So then here I started doing some pipes on the side of the roof. I mean, I was conscious of how wide these pipes had to be, because I didn't want the pipes on the right to go crashing into them. Just for good measure. So then I decided to have a big horizontal one. I sort of make these up as I go along. Then obviously the pressure meters spamming steam. And then I noticed the open pieces and I thought, hang a minute, could I do like a kind of open thing? I was like, here the player's like, yes. So I decided to carry on going with that and have more broken pipes, and then just decided to have kind of like a couple coming off, like a twin pair, and then have the broken in different places. Obviously they broken where the coaster goes through them. I'm still not sure what to do in that half, like in terms of what I can do to fill it. So I spent a lot of my time focusing on this half, and you'll see what I was getting at with the rockwork, like, again, in this episode, because I did a bit more supersized rockwork. But I may have to add some, actually I think I am going to have to add some terrain tiles, like some map tiles to the far side in order to actually allow me enough space to place rocks at the angles I want. Because I'll admit, Weber's Canyon Crazy's got some good textures, but not the greatest angle, not the greatest alignments. Basically, all the rocks focus on rotate around one corner, so that can be a bit annoying. But whatever. So here, just do more fences. I mean, this. I could really think of a kind of a work-related episode for this name for this episode because it's sort of got a bit of everything. But I decided to go for Psycho Killer because reasons. So here I was just doing more path edges and stuff. I mean, this episode was probably mainly dominated by path work. I mean, I'm not there. What else can I talk about? Actually, here I did spend quite a while debating about what I could use for like an outside piece because I didn't want to use the same texture like Shy Guy's planters, the brick texture for that, twice over. So I decided to use Bridge 94's path walls instead. I may change that. Actually, no, I probably won't now that I've used it. I'll just keep it like that for this section and do something else. Then I decided to do some supersized rock work, and this is what I was getting at. So I was trying to kind of get the corner pieces, but I was like, no, we're just going to have to use different, expand the map. So then, this is the kind of cliff face I'm getting at. I am worried about the texture being a bit repetitive, though. That's the only thing. Let me know what you think of it. I mean, what that'll do is it'll kind of form kind of like a barrier around the whole thing, put this whole park in like a gigantic valley or something. So here I was doing some path work for the flat ride I pulled out. I might put another flat ride somewhere else than this, because I just realised we're a little short on flat rides actually in this park so far. I've done a grand total of 0, except, no, 1. I might put a couple more in this area or something. Actually, that's a good thing to put near the medium 0G roll at the other end. I might put another flat ride around there. Oh no, I'll think of something. I might put like a carousel under there or something. Actually, that would work. Now I think about it. Having a carousel underneath the medium 0G roll. That would work. That would really work, and that would look super cool. You have the merry carousel going underneath, and then you have the coaster shooting over the top. That would actually be quite cool. For some reason, I just kind of did a load of hand actions while I was saying that. Don't know why. So here I decided I didn't want quite the same repetitive texture as I have for the path edges, so I decided to delve into Dutch's set. If anyone downloaded that, I congratulate you, because it's a bloody monstrous set. It's got about 4 wall textures, 4 path textures, then there's the ceilings. Basically, it's just a load of stuff that's basically brilliant for building. So, they're just doing more stuff and getting the path edges. I mean, then obviously I had the colour scheme for this. I still can't remember what that second kind of colour set's for. I probably won't bother with it. It's probably for Q-Pubs. So here just doing more path edges. So absolutely shat, I had a monstrous rowing session this morning. Or rather, 2 monster sessions. So here I realised that I hadn't actually finished off the path edges around this kind of thing. I decided to have the coaster car go through a planter. I may shorten it this one though. So here I was just doing more plugs and things. And then here I deliberately left that kind of square thing empty because I decided that I actually need to have like a control box. Like a flat ride, obviously it's got to have like a kind of, how do I put this, control hut. That's probably the best way to describe it. But then I delved into Shy Guy's Alpine Village 6 and that was the best thing I could find. It's not ideal. I did want something that was a little bit lower. That's my only problem. I want something that was lower. I might try and pull out another set for that. Problem is, nothing else has a texture that just kind of works like the Shy Guy sets. So that is a problem. I'll think of something. I'll come up with something. There's always some set lying around Roller Coaster Tycoon Freeforums or Shy Guy's World that can be used for this sort of weird and wonderful application. And this brilliant theme. Seriously, I love working with this theme. Like, it is so different, and like, that does make it a bit of a challenge because you have no inspiration, but it also at the same time means you can set the benchmarks. You've got enough. You don't have to worry about when anyone else is done and doesn't make sense because you can just decide all of that. So right here I was just doing more, finishing off the path work around this kind of planter thing that Coaster Coaster do. I may shorten this one up actually because I kind of got a lot of space that I've got nothing to do with, or I may put some trees in there. That's actually not a bad idea. So then actually I noticed that supports kind of the really short one. I actually didn't have a footer. So some point I've already done it, but I've just noticed I actually did it. So that was that, and then just decided to do some more path edges, some like large scale path work, and then I realised I deleted my bloody cliff rock. So then just got slightly better placements and just redoing a few things. Bloody hell, the rock work is going to take a... Actually, no, it might not be that bad, but we'll see. I mean, when we get to the Isthmian Coaster, that is going to be some hairy rock work, because trust me, when you see the finished result, hopefully it will be absolutely spectacular. Or it could go completely to pots. Oh well, only one way to find out. I mean, what I've got in my head is great, but it's whether I can transfer that into the... I was going to say, about to say put that onto the paper. But whether I can like get it to work in the game is another story entirely. I think I can. I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone else do anything like it, because like this is some mad rock work. But anyway, we're coming to the end of this episode, so I'm probably going to wrap this up here. So here's size using soil, and then just the last minute thing. I was just trying to get current playing side some songs I like on the radio. But I'm going to have a planter actually in this section, which is why I deleted all the spaces. But anyway, I'm going to sign off. So I'm Shadow5000, you're watching RCT3 Let's Play the Ultimate Theme Park 2015 Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, and I will see you all in the next episode. Hopefully there's going to be a load of foliage going down and some other stuff. But anyway, remember, download drones, it's amazing.